have this on, and in order to keep it stable, push it without it coming off. Go like push it. Alright. See how it's stable? Alright. Then use this, see this one? Move this around so you get used to it. Feel that. In film school they'll teach you, like, don't ever like do it in one drops. Don't ever do this,
Head
you know what I mean?
flagger,
But the whole idea is you wanna like
for the next person.
before you record, it's like see how I I didn't show that. You see how I change that and it makes it look nice? Alright? Or if it goes blurry, but then that's the focus, right?
If you could have Christian run me down the lap times for the upcoming races, that would be awesome. Thank you.
I'm just starting to print them out.
And you zoom in with this one. With this. See that? And now.
Alright, Tommy, let me know when you are ready for shifters.
Shifters, please make sure you're in the pits ready for your qualifying session. And then right after shifters, we'll be starting our first pre-final with kit karts. So we got shifter qualifying and then kit kart pre-final coming up next.
So I'm gonna actually
Why is it shutting itself off?
I get it.
Ready for shifters.
No,
Track is clear.
Alright, so the hit record. Also make sure. So like, you push it against my neck, right? You want to keep it steady. Got it?
I need to get more hands on with this.
You will. So put your vest on. You're gonna have it's gonna be dude, it's crazy. You're like zoom. You know what I mean? Like, zoom, right?
Really?
Alright. Yep, you just put this onto your right side, and the other one on your left side. And you are good. Now I'm gonna get you out there before shifters roll, or shifters already roll. Yeah, no, alright. Oh, and keep your headphones up here. Don't keep your headphones. Why keep them up here? Sorry. You don't wanna lose them, trust me. And because you're gonna need to like, one thing I'll tell you, like when you're at the spot, you're gonna be one of those marshals. You're gonna have the camera on recording. You should be like zoom. You know what I mean? And like for your editing too. Like the smoother you do now, the less you have to do editing. You know what I mean? So yeah, but you put it on my computer. Alright, let's get it, boy.
Alright, our kit kart pre-final will be coming up next. Make sure you're out onto the track.
gonna bring you down the results.
Thank you. Mark on yellow line. She's push started. You can get her act straight. You want to pick up or able to start it? You want to try to start it? Yeah, just as soon as you get that second gear bump started. Try to get a bump starter. If you can't get a bump starter, push it back into the front of the pits here. Be careful, make sure you don't fall once you start it. Okay, timing is going. When you are ready for kid carts.
I'm ready.
Kid Kart pre-final. Hello? Kid Kart, if you are in the Kid Kart category, please make sure you are up to the good strike. We are missing one car. If you are in the Kid Kart qualifying, please make your way to the kid. We are ready to get our pre-finals going for the day. Here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Please do not be afraid to tune into the live stream. Tell your friends about the fun action that's going on here today.
All right. Getting ready to go here. Welcome to New Jersey Motorsports Park for round 3 of the 2021 F-Series State Championship. I'm your commentator, Matteo Giuliano. We will be having some footage today from New Jersey Motorsports Park for today's State Championship races. We got our pre-finals starting up now, then we'll have our finals. It's going to go Kid Kart and 100cc, followed by Tag Masters, Mini Rock, Tag Junior, Tag Senior, Tag Cadet, and Shifter, and that will run into the finals as well. But we're going to have our first race of the day here, the Kid Kart pre-final. Alex Banchu has been very successful in New Jersey Motorsports Park. Multiple victories. Going to try to hold that to him today.
How much longer? About a minute. I'm just waiting until there's one last guy we're waiting for. If he doesn't come in a minute, we're sending him, but about 60 seconds. Time for it. Tell the photographer to get nice and low when the carts pass by. It's a lot, they look a lot cooler and faster when you're lower. When you're up high like that, they kind of just look like RC cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I already went that through. Slow and exiting turn. Okay, Mateo, let's really bonus out on these classes because apparently people aren't coming. So we need to get them up here quickly.
Did you hear what he said?
Heard.
Okay.
So we're about to get the Kid Kart pre-final coming up, and if you're in 100cc, please get out on the grid so you're ready to go. If you're in the 100cc class coming up right after Kid Kart, please make your way to the grid. If you know that your pre-final and your final race is coming up next, please make sure that you are getting ready to go so we can move through our racing today. Beautiful, beautiful day for racing after a very, very wet season so far. Gonna have a lot of fun today, guys. A lot of really good racing up ahead. Again, there is a live stream on YouTube. We will be upgrading the live stream throughout the next few years. It is a pleasure to be here with the F Series in 2021. Let's bring the action. At least I know it's working. All right. It's a beautiful day here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Getting ready for round 3. Kid Kart's about to get going. Looking like there will be 3 karts running in the pre-final today.
Marco, this is pre-finals, right? Correct. Sorry, go ahead.
Getting ready to go in just about a minute here.
Okay, I'm assuming we're all ready because we've had forever. So, Mateo, make sure you start announcing 100cc. I think they're all here, but there's always one.
Well, it's too late now. We're already behind.
If you are in the Kid Kart class, please make sure you are out at the race, and if you're not racing, please let one of us know. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all of them.
4, 5.
Right?
There's 6. There should be 6.
What's she doing?
She hasn't raced in a while.
Oh.
Getting ready to get going here. You have the number 7 of Lewis Thomason, number 14 of Lena Kerper, the number 20 of Giada Pasilo, number 46 in the Michael Schumacher kart, Alex Banchu, number 77, Kristen Thomason, and the number 708, Dario Riccadelli, returning to the F Series.
His thing broke. That's why there's only 5. I forgot.
So he's not even racing?
No, his axle broke this morning and they couldn't find a new one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Alright.
As soon as they throw the green, I'm actually
Take your time.
It's like my little break time when the kid carts are out.
Getting ready to go. We got 5 kid karts ready to get our racing action for the day started. Thank you for tuning in to the F Series State Championship at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Karts are getting ready to line up on the grid here. This and the shifter kart categories in the F Series are the only classes that start from the grid. So this should be very, very exciting. Five karts getting ready to go here. Let's bring the action. Ready for the green flag and go, go, go! Alex Manchu gets a great start on the outside. But Dario Riccadelli is able to clear him coming out of turn number 1. Really, really good start for Dario as they're already beginning to spread out a little bit. But great start for Dario Riccadelli. He is looking very, very strong right off the rip for sure.
If Mark tries to radio me and just tell him I stepped away for a second.
Will do.
I don't think he's gonna want me to cut any laps, but just in case, because sometimes with the kid car.
Dario Riccadelli in the lead, followed by Alex Manchu. Lana Kerper, Giada Pasillo, and Lewis Thomason.
Michelle, you got a copy?
It's Mateus. She went to the bathroom. What's going on?
No worries. I just need to know what we do if we do 2, 1 to go. I know we don't do a halfway for kid car, but if she gets back, if you could just have her answer that.
Copy.
Dario Riccadelli currently in the lead with a 53.518. Got a nice little gap to Alex Manchu of already 6.7 seconds. Dario Riccadelli looking very, very strong early on in today's pre-final for the F Series State Championship. Dario Riccadelli coming through turn 1 as Alex Manchu follows behind him, trying to do what he can to catch up, but Dario Riccadelli currently 4 seconds faster than Alex Manchu, so he is looking really, really strong. Oh, and there's a crash! There is a crash that happened in turn number 3.
Wow, they went 3 wide going into the corner. One of the karts are coming in to lap one another, and
Boom! They collided. 100cc coming up next. And there's still yellow flags in turn number 2 here after that collision. Really, really rough collision there, as it went 3 wide going into the corner. Going to try to get Giada back going here.
Is the chain still on that thing? Guys, look at the chain. That's good.
100cc coming up next. So if you're in the 100cc category, please make your way to the grid.
That if you can't help the driver carefully, that you don't put yourself at risk. Next thing is always just move that car right offline, get it into the inside of the racetrack, just to kind of move it out of the race as quickly as possible.
100cc going to be the next race here.
Marco, because you were talking, I was not able to radio you in that was just 2 laps to go. So next time around, it's 1 lap to go, number 708 in the lead.
Dario Riccadelli in the lead, coming to the white flag. This time by Alex Vanchu, still a good ways behind. And Lewis Hamilton is able to make his way onto the podium, followed by Giada Pasilo and Lena Kerper. And the 100cc is coming up next, and it's going to be getting crazier and crazier as we move on throughout the day.
Hello? Why is somebody calling me from South Carolina now?
Alex Vanchu getting a white flag, this time by Dario Riccadelli, looking mighty strong coming out of the Kid Kart pre-final. 100cc coming up next. We had a really, really close qualifying session with the top 5 less than 0.6 apart from each other. And checkered flag, and Dario Riccadelli will win in the number 708 for the Kid Kart pre-final, followed by Alex Vanchu and Lewis Thomason rounding out the podium. 100cc coming up next. Stay tuned. Getting ready to get 100cc action going here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Thank you for tuning in. Got a 10 kart grid for this 100cc field. Looking really, really good so far as they get the kid kart that crashed out of the circuit.
Yes, I'm ready.
And then there they go. Getting ready to get the 100cc pre-final for the day going. All the karts on their way out onto the track, ready to bring the action here. Your starting lineup for this 100cc race is as follows. In the number 244 machine, Brendan Fogdery, followed by number 522 of Michael Ganese, number 16, F-Series veteran Jim Griggs, number 17, Samantha Soskowski, number 33, Daniel Rich, number 41, Patrick Healy, followed by number 45, Ethan Weiss, followed by number 51, Leo Thomas, number 54, James Piet, number 73 of Frank Rasparata, and last but not least is 771 of Gallo Beros. Getting ready to get going here with a double file rolling start. Let's bring the action. Getting ready to come through the final chicane. Getting ready to go. Here we go. Waiting on the green, waiting on the green. And green, green, green. Number 41 into the lead. Gets out of turn one cleanly. Everybody gets out of turn one clean. Patrick Healy leading the field over the number 16 full tilt machine of Jim Griggs. Single file so far. But we're going to have a really, really close race in the mid-pack, looking mighty close. Onto the front straightaway, it's Patrick Healy, Jim Griggs, Frank Rasparata, Ethan Weiss, and Daniel Rich, your top five. Everybody gets through lap one cleanly, very, very thankfully. But the battle is on for P4. And then we're side by side for P5, and he's gonna close the door on him. Patrick Healy leading the field and leading the pace. But one thing that's for sure, one very prime passing zone is coming out of the chicane onto the front straightaway. That is really where you can get a run and try to make a move. David Middlesworth all over the rear bumper of Ethan Weiss, and Daniel Rich in the mix as well. Leaders coming onto the front stretch. 9 laps remaining. As the top three are still pretty close, but Patrick Healy starting to make some ground a little bit. But Ethan Weiss now all over the rear bumper of Daniel Rich. Daniel Rich trying to get the undercut coming out of turn number 5. It's a prime place to do it, but you really got to have the momentum coming out of the first chicane. Jim Gray's coming through ahead of Frank Rasparata. Both running very close last times to each other, running in the 39 zeros. with Daniel Rich back in P number 4. Patrick Healy setting the pace over 0.8 of a second faster than the guys in second and third. Really, really unbelievable how much pace he has today. And Middlesworth trying to take a look there, but not quite able to make it stick. Tag Masters, if you're in the Tag Masters category, please make your way to the pit lane. I repeat, if you're in the Tag Masters category, please report to the pit lane. Thank you. Ethan Weiss getting awful close to Daniel Rich, trying to see if he can make a move. As you can see, they're going into turn number 3 there, trying to see if he can get an undercut. This is a prime place to do it. Weiss trying to stay in his toe so that he can make some ground on the straightaway.
Okay, blue flag, get ready. We have the 2 drivers heading into the Boston. They may require a blue flag shortly.
Really good battle for second between Jim Griggs and Frank Rasparada, as they're almost identical in lap time. And here comes Patrick Healy ready to lap the 2 back markers. And Jim Griggs starting to build a nice little gap onto Frank Rasparada there. But the battle is still on for P number 4.
Next time around is 2 to go, number 41 in the lead.
Frank starting to gain a little bit of ground, but might not quite be enough, but really, really close racing here. But the battle for P4
Yes,
getting really
2
tight
to
here,
go.
as Ethan trying to look on the outside, trying to do anything he can do to get around Daniel Rich. He's on his rear bumper now. Right in this section here is where you can make that undercut happen, and he looks under him, not quite able to make it happen. We're going to get the white flag next time by. Patrick Healy has a healthy lead in the 100cc class. Coming up next is Tag Masters. Tag Masters is going to be coming up. Oh, and Jim Griggs hits lap traffic. Jim Griggs hits lap traffic. Will he be able to get around him? Will it dampen his chance at a P2? They're trying to throw the blue flags on 98, but he is in the middle of the racetrack. As you can see on the back straightaway, the lap cars definitely playing a factor here in the end of this race. Oh, and for P4, Ethan Weiss trying to get on the inside. Still has 1 lap remaining, coming to the white flag. Ethan's going to try to get the run on the straightaway. But this is the final time that he can try to make something happen. And there they go. Out of the kink into turn number 3. And checkered flag, Patrick Healy will win the 100cc pre-final, followed in a close finish for second between Jim Griggs and Frank Rapazarda. But Ethan Weiss looking awful close coming in. They're going to be side by side to the line for P number 4. Not quite going to be able to get him. And Daniel Rich will get P4 and Ethan Weiss top 5. That is your top 5 in the 100cc pre-final. Really exciting stuff so far from New Jersey Motorsports Park. Wow, what a race.
Dina, are you ready for top 3? Number 41.
Very close battling there, as Patrick Healy was able to dominate, but Jim Griggs and Frank Rapazarda had a good battle, and also Daniel Rich and Ethan Weiss also had a good battle for P4. But we're about to get the Tag Masters going up next here. Stay tuned. We have 2 cameras here. 2 cameras consist of a camera that gets most of the track on the left side, and then we have a good angle of turn number 1 here, where there's a lot of action, a lot of passing. Stay tuned for driver interviews later on. John Bonanno going to be racing in this category, starting on the pole position. And number 672 Comp Cart, followed by number 671 Comp Cart. Ready to get going here. Another 11 cart class ready to get going for their pre-final festivities. Tag Masters getting ready to go on here. Oh, and there's already a cart stopped. There's already a cart stopped coming out of turn number 3. They might hold the green for another lap, but we will see. But they're going to let John get back up to the front there as we get ready to go for our Tag Masters pre-final. Tag Masters pre-final ready to get going. Coming out of the final chicane. Going to be some really close racing action here. They slow him up. Marco's holding the green, getting ready to go. And it looks like they're going to hold it. They're going to hold it one more lap. That start was not quite clean enough for that to be the official start of the race. They're going to have to actually come around and try that again.
Why didn't he start
Going to try that again here, as it looks like there was a missed start for the race. We're going to try that one more time. Coming out of the final chicane. Ready to get going. Waiting on the green. Green, green, green. John Bonanno on the inside. Number 671 going to take a look. Double file in the back. Clean start so far. You're good.
I was hanging when I was with Robbie.
Oh, nice.
They gave me a whole breakdown. I should have had a camera with me for that. But I can go back down there in a little bit. That's why I like warned them that I was going to come with a camera.
Word, dude.
So I'll have this. Have you been able to swap?
Yeah, just swapping.
Yeah. Yeah, the car's set up pretty good. They think that
John Bonanno is still in the lead. Followed by Chris McGinley, Virgil Gross, Jeff Clyde, and Wayne Winston Jr. as your top 5. Now John Bonanno setting the pace, but going to be a very, very close race for sure. As the battle for P6 heating up, Chris Rupp, Chris Folson, and Alan Rand all very, very close to each other. And that middle section, if you can set up a nice undercut, you can get the pass. It looks like where it's going to be the prime passing zone today. Far off here at all.
You got a lot of them for sale down there.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said to Robbie. They were like, yeah, we'll help you, we'll get you set up. I was like, cool, let's do it. We got a little team of our own going.
Yeah, there you go.
He said he's only been doing it for 2 months. Or here, he's been racing on the cars, but he's only been doing a shifter class for 2 months. I think
John Bonanno still in the lead, but Chris McGinley sets the fastest lap of a 36.859, starting to gain up some ground on John Bonanno. Will he be able to boss him up and try to beat him at his home track? Alan Ram and Heinz Keller, you see there battling for P number 6. But stuff's getting really, really dicey up at the lead, as Chris McGinley got a really, really good run that time, and he's going to see what he can do. As you can see here, they're very, very close going into turn number 1. But John Bonanno is very consistent and very, very good, so Chris McGinley's going to want to have a shot at him. He's really going to have to be super consistent.
Thank you so much.
Who's DQ?
Number 69. Next time around is halfway, number 672 in the lead.
It was like the number 69 a card of John Sansku is going to get
Marco,
a
we just
penalty
missed it. I don't know if you want him to do it going around now.
for bypassing the weight scale. And right now, he's currently running in P number 10. So not a good start for John Stansku, but up at the front, we got a really tight battle going on between John Bonanno and Chris McGinley. Here they come to the front straightaway.
Chris McGinley staying in his sights, but not able to quite get in his sights to pass him just yet.
We'll put this on and go out.
Coming up next, we have Mini Rock. Mini Rock, please report to the grid. If you're in the Mini Rock category, please make sure you're at the grid. Thank you.
Put this on. I'm gonna try and get. I'm gonna hopefully try and hold the signal with the GoPro. If I can get, I want like I really want to get to like right there so I can catch them all coming straight.
Yeah, I know.
That would be like really nice.
I know. You can, like, it looks like if you got to the edge of that white paint there.
Why it's not reaching that far? Like there's really
Right now, John Bonanno sitting in the lead and just at the fastest lap of the race. So we come on the white flag lap this time. Chris McGinley's been very, very close to him, but not going to quite be able to make it happen here. John Bonanno coming up to the line. And he will win the Tag Masters pre-final after beating Chris McGinley in a really, really, really good battle. Chris McGinley going to try to dethrone the boss, but not quite able to do it. The only man to dethrone the boss so far, Giuliano Stefanato. Really good racing here in Tag Masters. And coming up next, we're going to have our Mini Rock class. And then followed by Mini Rock, we're going to have our Tag Junior and Tag Senior races. So stay tuned here at round 3 of the F-Series State Championship from New Jersey Motorsports Park.
And number 97.
Mini Rock going to be going out for their pre-final session coming up next. And green. Thomas Chrisman gets an excellent start coming out of turn number 1.
Thomas Chrisman in the lead. Clean start so far. But Fianci in second. Ethan Trenwer moves up one position and puts Zahid Elite back down to P4. And Cole Wilson in P5. Ethan Hunter in P6. And Carter Fanon in P number 7. Thomas Chrisman with a nice start, but the battle for third is very, very close. As we race on to lap number 3. Cole Wilson took a look to the inside there, but wasn't quite able to make it stick. Still running in P number 5, but the battle for the podium spots is getting really, really heated. Cole Wilson going to try to go for the undercut.
not quite going to be able to make it happen. He's looking, and now they're side by side on the back straightaway and up in the P number 4. Cole Wilson tried to fight his way up to the podium positions. Thomas Crispin in the lead, followed by Fiancé, Ethan Trendler. And they're side by side for third, and Cole Wilson to the inside, and he will take it. That will force Ethan Trendler to have to go up the line and drop back to P number 5. What a move from Cole Wilson, starting to make his way through the field. Thomas Christensen still in the lead to set a purple fastest lap, followed by Fiancé. And Cole Wilson's actually starting to catch up to Fiancé to try to reclaim what he feels like is his in P number 2.
Yes, 55 halfway.
Copy that.
I'm gonna actually let Calvin come up and commentate, and I'm gonna take some camera.
You're gonna take what?
I'm gonna let Calvin commentate a little bit, and I'm gonna do camera for one of these.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Is he out there doing camera right now?
Yeah, yeah. I might want to charge it up by mistake.
Now Cole Wilson sets the fastest lap of the session, so he's really on his way to the front. Only 3/10 behind Fiancé and 3.8 seconds behind Thomas Crispin. And Cole Wilson is able to get around Fiancé, got the P2, and can he put down some monster laps and try to catch the leader? There's Cole Wilson right there coming out of turn number 1. Just passed for P2 and going to try to make his way up to the front, and Zahid Ali back at the P number 4. Thomas Crispin is still starting to come on to some lap traffic, while Cole Wilson tries to catch up, and Fiancé riding out the podium. Tag Junior is going to be going up next. So if you're this Tag Junior class, please make sure you're out on the grid. checkered flag, and Thomas Chrisman will win another race to win his third pre-final in a row in the F-Series State Championship, followed by Cole Wilson and Fion Chi.
Dina, I have the top three.
That is your top three in the Mini Rock pre-final. Wow, what a race. Cole Wilson making his way all the way back from P6 all the way up to P number 2. Really, really fantastic drive from Cole Wilson. And Thomas Chrisman getting the win again, making the boss man very happy at Full Tilt Racing. And coming up next, we have Tag Junior. Tag Junior is going to be coming up next.
Stay tuned for the Tag Junior pre-final. It's been really good action so far. We're going to keep picking it up here. Stay tuned to the F-Series on YouTube.
And they're going to hold the green here for the Tag Junior race.
Somebody jump.
No, they were going too fast. But that's kind of like normal for the juniors.
Getting ready to get the Tag Junior race going. As you can see, they're right over here getting ready to get started.
Tag Junior ready to get started. Waiting on the green flag from Marco, making sure they hold the speed coming to the line. And green, green, green. Two full tilt carts are side by side. We're clean so far. Double file coming out of turn number 1. The comp cart in the lead. So far, so good. Ryan Stanton in the lead, followed by Max Taylor, Daniel Bender, Liam Kerber, Zane Zaidi, Lars Wilson, and Valentin Raktaviscus. Round out your top 6 so far. Again, if you're in Tag Senior, please start making your way to the grid. Tag Senior, please start making your way to the grid. Thank you. The number 6 car currently in the lead, but P number 2 looking close behind. Max Taylor currently has the fastest lap, and he's going to take a peek to the inside. He takes the lead. Max Taylor to the lead of the Tag Junior. What a pass up the inside going into turn number 3. Had no choice but to leave in the room. Coming onto the front straightaway, Max Taylor now into the lead. For the number 6, Brian Stanton not too far behind. Lars Wilson trying to make a move on Liam Kemper. Very, very close racing as racing is going to get closer and closer throughout the day. Two different battles of 3 carts each in the top 6. But what a start from the number 33 Full Tilt, but this race is not over yet.
Shut this off so you can say battery.
Next time around, halfway, number 33 in the lead. Halfway.
Halfway through the Tag Junior pre-final. Tag Senior's coming up next, so make sure you are ready to go. But Max Taylor currently in the lead and with the fastest lap. But a lead not too healthy as Ryan Stanton following very, very close behind. Leaders coming onto the front straightaway this time, going to turn number 1 here. Two different battles going on in the top 6 still. Max is starting to create a nice little gap here. As the gap is now a little bit more than 1.5 seconds. But the battle for 5th is mighty strong, trying to see if he can make a move up to the inside. Not going to quite be able to make it happen. Looks like there's been 2 main passing zones out today, and this has been the first dry race of the calendar so far. So don't have to worry about different puddles all over the racetrack.
going to be getting the 2 laps to go. Max Taylor still in the lead. And Daniel Binder was able to make his way up onto the podium. Blue flags coming up for the leaders.
Next cart should be 2 to go. It's very hard to see, especially on a bright day like this.
I know.
And a lot of the cart numbers, you can't really read them.
As you see, got a 4-way battle for P number 3 here. Lars Wilson just got around Liam Kerper. The race is not over yet. They're going to be getting the white flag next time by. The leader is getting 1 more lap to go. Max Taylor has created a nice, healthy 3.0 second lead over Ryan Stanton. But the battle for third starting to spread out as well, as Daniel Binder has been able to make up some ground. Coming up next, we got our pre-final for the tag senior class. And the checkered flag is out. And Max Taylor, after starting in second place, will beat Ryan Stanton in the comp cart and will win the tag junior pre-final. Tag senior coming up next. Stay tuned. And Daniel Binder rounds out the podium. And Lars Wilson and Liam Kerper round out the top 5. Valentin Raptaviscus just so missed out. Please stay tuned for the tag senior pre-final. Tag senior ready to go green and bring the action. And looks like they are going to wave them on the first lap here. going to try again here. As we got 17 karts in this class, so we are in for a really, really nutty start for sure. Yo, check this out, bro. It's about to be nuts.
What?
About to be nuts, dude.
Oh, yes.
Getting ready to hold them. Getting ready to go green coming out of the final chicane. Marco's making sure the leader holds speed. Waiting for the green flag. And green, green, green. Ryan Raffa in the lead. Clean so far. Starting to get a little touchy. Ethan Ornick getting a little loose but hanging on. Going to be a really, really close battle for the win here as 17 karts roar on the back straightaway here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. This entire top 10 is separated by only 0.8 of a second, but the lead kart getting a little loose. He's going to take a look on the inside going into turn number 1. Will he be able to make something happen? Looking to the inside, not quite. Mark Booz in the lead, followed by Ryan Raffa, Justin White, Giuliano Stefanato, and Jack Manzari. Starting to really bunch up there from positions 2 through 5 as they go onto the back straightaway. Mark Booz coming to the lead. And after a train of cars behind him, he's going to look to the inside. Ryan Raffa looks to the inside. He's going to be able to make a stick. Not quite. Really, really close action going on at the front. Ready to ramp it up. And then now they're side by side going into 3. He tries to get around him. He's not quite able to do it just yet. Four-way battle for the lead. As this race is going to come down to the last lap for sure. The top 4 running a train out there. Mark Booz with the fastest lap coming to the line. Still very, very close for the leaders. And Giuliano Stefanato goes purple with a 36.5. So really anybody's game right now for the victory of this pre-final. This is going to get really dicey. Very surprisingly, they've been clean so far. But not very easy to stay clean when somebody could literally come up on your outside completely unexpectedly. And as they come to turn number 1, Mark Booz still in the lead. Ryan Raffa is now taking the purple lap. But Justin White going to try to make a move. Going to see if he can get under anybody. One prime place to pass is if you can get the run out of turn 1 in the kink and be on their inside coming into turn number 3. Ryan Raffa starting to look onto the leader. Going to see if he can make something happen going onto the front straightaway. Trying to get the undercut. Trying to maximize the curves. They're going to be side by side on the front straightaway. Side by side for the lead. Ryan Raffa giving it a look. Not quite going to be able to make it stick. Mark Booz still in the lead. But now Justin White from Comp Kart all over them top 2. Comp Kart has been very, very strong over the last few years. J3 competition and full chrome competition. He looks to the inside. Is he going to be able to make it stick? Really, really nutty racing going on here in New Jersey Motorsports Park as Tag Senior has absolutely brought it so far. Only 7 laps to go. Leader's coming onto the front straightaway. He's going to try to make another move up the inside, but Ryan Raffa is all over him. The top 3 are practically bumper to bumper. As we see them going into the chicane, really important for them to really make a nice consistent mid-corner speed so that they can maintain the traction onto the back straightaway. Mark Booz has been able to maintain strong and maintain the lead of this race, but Ryan Raffa is going to look up to the inside. Is he going to be able to make the dive bomb? Not quite. Not quite going to be able to make it work just yet. But this battle up at the front is enabling Giuliano Stepanato and Jack Manzari able to use each other's toe and try to get back up to the front here. 5 laps to go, and the blue flags are going to be starting to come out for the race leaders as they start approaching Connor Orkin. And the lap car is just going to go into the pit lane, coming onto the front straightaway. Mark Booth still in the lead, but they're going to be side by side into turn number 1. Ryan Rada, and they bump, and he's on the inside. Ryan Rada takes the lead, but it's going to get stolen by Justin White. Wow, what a turn of events in turn number 1. Holy cow. Mark Booth still holding the lead, but Ryan Raffa was able to make a comeback and able to capitalize after Ryan Raffa went up the inside of Mark Booth, and looks like Justin White has taken the lead. Leader is going to come onto the front straightaway right now. And Justin White is your current leader, followed by Ryan Raffa. Giuliano Stepanato is now in the mix for the win of this race. And Mark Booth is falling back all the way to P number 4. This is anybody's race, folks.
Did you hear the 2 to go?
I did.
Thank you.
We're going to have 2 laps to go, this time by Justin White in the lead. Mark Booth went all the way back to P number 4, but now Giuliano Stepanato, the man that's always in the mix, has now made his way up to the front, and they're getting dicey coming into turn number 3, and they spin! And there's a spin going into turn number 4. He's able to get it back going. Things getting really dicey up front, and they're side by side, and here comes the lap traffic. That's going to dice things up for sure. Ryan Raffa is now back into the lead, and Mark Booth has gotten back into his spot as well after the spin going into turn number 3, and they're on the white flag this time by, and this one's going to come down to the line. Ryan Raffa in the lead. What can Mark Booth do to try to win? Ryan Raffa, you're a winner.
He waved the checkered flag like a little bit later, which I can understand because he.
Ryan Raffa is able to capitalize on a spin. Giuliano Stepanato got spun by, I'm not sure who, but somebody got under him going into turn number 4 in the chicanes, and then he fell back. But Ryan Raffa was able to get back up, and Mark Booth was able to get back up into P number 2 and try to make something happen on the last lap, and was not able to. So Ryan Raffa will win for Full Tilt Racing in the tag senior category. We got tag cadet coming up next, followed by shifters. and then we'll start our round of finals. You're tuned in to the F-Series State Championship, round number 3 at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Stay tuned.
I noticed that.
All right, getting ready to do Kid Kart Final, ready to get our finals going. We're going to be starting this one right off the grid. I am joined here by Calvin Marshall from Turn 4 Productions. Say how you doing, Calvin?
I'm doing well. I am enjoying every second of this third round of the F-Series Championship and looking forward to see where this race and other races go.
Well, we're just getting our finals started, and it's already been a ton of really good racing today. And they're green.
Go, go, go.
Sorry, what was the number again?
Dario Riccadelli. Dario Riccadelli gets the lead, followed by Alex Banchu and Lewis Thomason. These guys look like they're going mighty slow, but imagine if I was 5 or 6 years old in one of these things.
I would say go fast. To quote Ricky, to quote the film Talladega Nights, you ain't first, you're last.
Yep, got that right, Calvin.
And trust me, these carts may be as slow at first, but in these next few races, they're going to be a lot slightly more faster.
Hey, well, the way the F-Series is set up is throughout the rounds and throughout going through all the different classes, it gets progressively faster and progressively more ferocious as you move up from the cadets through Tag Junior and Tag Senior. Dario Riccadelli currently in the lead with the fastest lap, followed by Alex Banchu, Lewis Thomason, Giada Pasillo, and Lena Kerper. All right, we are back from New Jersey Motorsports Park, getting ready for the 100cc final. Patrick Healy was the winner in the first one, and he won by a pretty long margin. But we're going to see if Jim Griggs can hold his P2 here. And this is for the points, this is for the money, people.
What kind of prize we got?
Okay, Tommy, just let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna go send them and I'll figure out what to do with that kid card.
I'm ready.
And they're going to release them for their final, and Tag Master is going to be following this. So if you're in Tag Master, start making your cart on your way to the grid. We are live on YouTube, so if you go to the F-Series Instagram, go right onto the link in the bio, you will be able to find the link to this live stream. Getting ready to go here. And we're going to get lined up for the 100cc pre-final, or the final. And so used to saying pre-final all day. And now we're really going to get a lot quicker here. We got a
16 laps?
60 laps.
We have a 16 lap final here. And we're going to start our rolling starts for the day. Very, very competitive, close battle for P3 here, but we're going to see what can be done here and see if somebody can make a move. Patrick Healy early on, try to make something happen. Make sure you move it as it comes through turn. Coming through the chicane, getting ready to go for the 100cc final. Patrick Healy leading the field to the green. Marco holding them, getting ready to go. Green, green, green. Patrick Healy in the lead on the inside. Jim Green's going to try to slot in. And the number 33 has Daniel Ulrich up in the P3 and the 73 already looking to the outside.
We get that the first corner is clean.
First corner is clean. And we are single file. We are going to see how this plays out here. Jim Griggs is going to have to try to see if he can stay in Patrick Healy's sights, but Patrick Healy has been fast. Oh, and he gets a little bit loose going onto the back straightaway that might give Jim Griggs enough momentum to make something happen.
Already we're seeing these drivers pushing it to the absolute limit.
Pushing it to the absolute limit here.
So expect this to be the norm for the remainder of the day.
Daniel Ulrich leading the train, trying to battle for P number 3. Patrick Healy already setting the pace, but this battle for third will go down to the wire for Schuler. Three-way battle for third here. Daniel Ulrich still setting the pace. Tag Masters coming up next. John Bonanno going to try to close and seal the deal for the day. Patrick Healy has been pulling the Mercedes in this class today, just completely dominating the competition.
I see what you did there.
Daniel Ulrich leading over Frank Rasparada and Ethan Weiss. Ethan Weiss and Daniel Ulrich had a really good battle for fourth, but Daniel Ulrich is going to try to get up onto the podium positions.
The question is, can he make it?
Well, we will see. He's been running pretty consistently, running in the 39.8s, and running a little bit better than Frank. So it looks like he's slightly pulling away lap by lap. But the battle for four is heating up here. As Ethan White's trying to get around Frank, but so far single file. Now dirty air isn't too much of a factor in karting, but you can definitely get a slight tilt on the straightaways. And that's what we've seen a lot of. And one thing that's true here, people trying to get an undercut coming into turn number 4. Ethan Weiss trying to make a move on the Frank Rapasarda. Is he going to be able to do it? 100cc has been pretty low-key today for the most part, but right now Samantha Sascouty battling with Leah Thomas, Girl Power in P9 and P10. Oh, God. Patrick Healy still in the lead. 10 laps remaining in the 100cc final.
Yeah?
This race. This race went by in a flash.
This race goes by in a flash, but
No
it
pun
is
intended.
It is by no means over yet. Daniel Rich, Frank Rapasarda, and Ethan White still having a very close battle for P3, and they're starting to bunch up here as they come out of turn number 1.
I just hope it doesn't get too aggressive to the point where someone spins out.
Well, and that's exactly what we saw in the tag senior finals. This Juliana Stefanato spun after getting punted.
Are we going to see that in these next couple of races?
We will more than likely see it.
We're gonna start having some blue flags, probably in about 2 laps or so.
Right now, Ethan Weiss trying to set up the pass onto Frank, trying to get the toe onto the straightaway. Now he's all over his rear bumper and he spins! Whoa! Frank Rapasarda was flying to that turn. I'm really surprised that he didn't crash harder.
Whew. It could have been worse, but thankfully he was able to continue.
100% for sure. Leah Thomas and Samantha Saskowski still battling hard, but Patrick Healy is approaching them, and they're both going to be given the blue flag soon. But Patrick Healy has enough breathing room to hold himself back.
2 cars from now, the 2 that are coming at you.
But now the battle for P3 is now only come down to Daniel Rich and Ethan Weiss. They're only half a tenth away from each other.
Hey, you sit that right there. You're good.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Ah.
Of course you break my bone, you fucking idiot. No, I'm just kidding.
My bad.
Oh, you're good, bro.
Patrick Healy coming to the line now, 5 laps to go. Been very, very dominant today in his 100cc class, and only a few laps away and trying to keep some reliability to close up the win here. Tag Masters coming up next, John Finano, and try to seal the deal here for today.
You notice how the carts bounce coming off that particular corner.
Yes, indeed, because going into turn number 1 is really, really off camber, and as the drivers are trying to get through the apex, there's a lot of throttle and steering control that needs to be done in order to cruise through the apex. And we're side by side here. Side by side.
Not anymore.
Not
There's
anymore. He almost made the move onto the outside there, but the battle for third still going strong between Daniel Rich and Ethan Weiss. Ethan Weiss trying to do anything he can do to try to get a run, but he's going to try to go for the undercut in these next few corners. Let's see what we can do.
Will the uppercut pay off?
Next time around will be 2 to go, number 41 in the lead.
Few laps remaining, but Ethan Weiss starting to get a run onto the front straightaway. Is he going to be able to get the undercut? They're going to be side by side again.
I think that did they make
He's
contact?
looking to the inside, not going to quite be able to make it happen yet. This is a battle for the final spot on the podium, so there is definitely some weight in this battle for sure. But now Gallo Barros has been able to catch up in his kart and make his way up, and he's going to go for the undercut. Ethan's going to try to go for the undercut, going onto the back straightaway.
Can't get it done.
We're going to be getting the white flag next time by podium, coming for the podium, but he is going to go for the undercut. They're going to be side by side on the front straightaway. Is he going to be able to make a move onto the inside? Not quite yet. He's only going to have one more lap after this to try to make something happen, to try to get himself onto the podium. Now Patrick Healy gets
There
the
it
white
is.
this time by.
1 lap to go.
But the battle's
Sliding.
still going strong for P number 3, going through to some lap traffic, and it definitely, for sure, held up Ethan Weiss a little bit. So that might have sealed the deal for Daniel Rich's podium, but we will see as they're going to come and get the white flag this time by. But Ethan Weiss was able to get a really good run onto the final straightaway. They're going to be side by side going into turn number 1.
Oh.
He's going to make the look, not quite, but still one more lap to go coming out of turn number 1. Really got a good run there, but he has to seal the deal and really make a ballsy move to try to make it happen here. But you can tell he's all over the place, and now Gallo's starting to challenge him for P number 4.
He
and
makes
he
the
gets
pass.
a little loose, and Gallo Barros into 4th. Gallo Barros able to come back all the way from P6, and Patrick Healy will win in 100cc. And coming to the line, Daniel Rich is able to keep his podium, followed by Gallo Barros. Ethan Weiss falls all the way down to P5. That is your top 5 for the 100cc final. Tag Masters coming up next. Stay tuned.
Number 41, number
All right. And Tag Masters getting ready to get out there for their session. In the last race, it was John Bonanno versus Chris McGinley for the lead. And John Bonanno was able to hold him off, but can Chris McGinley take on the boss? We got 11 karts in this one, and then Tag Junior and Senior is going to be coming up next here for their finals. It's been a really action-packed day of racing in the pre-finals as well. Very, very close racing and tons of overtaking. And the drivers finding a lot of grip out there. The track isn't too slick. The track is at actually a pretty optimal temperature right now.
Which means the track surface is going to be a little bit tricky. In terms of traction and grip.
And here we go. Getting ready to go. John Bonanno leading the field to the green. Going to try to seal the deal for the day.
There
And green. John Bonanno on the inside, but he's getting bumped from behind. Going to slot in and take the lead, but
I'm telling you, that first turn is always... It's always something. That first turn is always something.
it's always something for sure, and that is the trouble corner at this track. But John Bonanno leads the field
we got
to the green.
one cut just getting going.
The number 215 car having trouble getting going. And he's going to have a late start compared to the field. But John Bonanno slotting in very nicely, but definitely going to have some trouble from Chris McGinley for sure as we come on to lap number 1 of 16 here. John Bonanno in the lead, followed by Chris McGinley, Virgil Gross, Jeff Clyde, Heinz Keller, and Wayne Winston Jr. And the number 77 is being shown the black flag.
Uh-oh.
He's not supposed to be out there, that's why. I don't know what he's doing out there. I don't even know who he is.
So either they disqualify him, which I assume that's going to happen if they haven't already, or they red flag the race and notify the 77 that he's not allowed to be on the track.
Well, they're not gonna red it. They gotta keep it going. Marco will not red unless the world exploding.
Number 77 has
The F Series will, in terms of viewership and popularity.
There you go. You already know.
Chris McGinley starting to close in on John Bonanno, and Chris McGinley currently has the fastest lap of a 37.2. So starting to set the pace early on here on New Jersey Motorsports Park, and he's really getting in his sights. Is he going to be able to make a move? Chris McGinley is going to try to take it to the boss. And here we go, going into turn number 3. Can he make a move onto the inside? Giving it a look, but not quite yet.
Patience.
Patience is a virtue, but Chris McGinley all over the rear bumper of the boss of J3 competition and Fulcrum competition, John Bonanno. Now going back onto the front straightaway, going to see if he can make a move. It's going to be really close. John Bonanno has been racing for 25 plus years in karting and very, very consistent and very, very good. But Chris McGinley is doing an excellent job keeping up with John. And the battle for third is heating up as well between Virgil Gross and Jeff Clyde. Going into turn number 1 here, Chris McGinley keeping it in his sights. You're going to have to utilize the toe and try to get an undercut on him to try to make a move, try to gain that lasting advantage of overtaking him on track. John Bonanno reclaims the fastest lap, the only driver in the 36s right now. Mini Rock, please make sure you're getting out to the grid. Mini Rock, your final is coming up. If you're in the Mini Rock class, please make sure you make your way to the grid ASAP. And for the rest of the day, so we can finish this up, right after Mini Rock is going to be Tag Junior and Tag Senior. So Mini Rock, please report to the grid.
10 laps remaining. John Bonanno currently with a 2/10 lead and 4.9 to Virgil Gross, but multiple battles happening out on track. But John Bonanno starting to get a nice little gap as you can see him exiting turn number 1. But the battle for 4th is still heating up between Heinz Keller and Jeff Clyde.
Halfway this time around, halfway, number 672 in the
About to be
lead.
halfway through this race, and now Calvin. What have you been seeing so far? It's really very much so seeing John Bonanno starting to have that pace. How consistent is this guy? Like, are you seeing him make one mistake at all?
Well, he's pushing. That's one thing for sure.
He's pushing, but one thing that's really strong about being experienced in karting is having that consistency. You can push as hard as you want, but if you can't have that consistency every lap, you can have that one lap where the driver behind you is able to get around you and be able to take the fight to you. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very competitive racing here in the F Series as the battle for 4th continues to heat up.
Last call for Mini Rock. Last call for Mini Rock. Out to the grid, please. Thank you.
Now John Bonanno has been able to create a nice little gap for himself now as they get around the back marker. But now we got a 4-way battle, or 3-way battle, with some lap traffic.
Whoa.
It looks like they're going to have to show the blue flag to that 215 cart, because he is currently holding up the battle right now. He's the one that was not able to get going off of the start. But sometimes drivers, if they don't see the blue flag, they can't even know that there's cars coming behind them, and they're able to get around them on the back straightaway. But John Bonanno is still in the lead, followed by Chris McKinley and Virgil Gross. And here comes the battle for 3rd coming into turn number 1.
And by the way, you remember I said that these karts would go a little bit faster as these races progress? Well, we're kind of seeing that now.
Yeah, they're really starting to fly here, and we're going to see another absolute banger in the Tag Senior class today. So stay tuned for that. Tag Senior will be coming up in about 25 minutes.
You mean a cracker?
Yeah, you got that right. Well, if it's a cracker, I think we're going to have a nice big crash, shall we? We don't want that. You know, in sim racing, when we have a big crash in sim racing, we all laugh. But when it happens here, whew.
Yeah, it is not a good time.
Well, last year,
especially for the drivers.
Well, last year in round number 11, in Ethan Wardnick's first race, he wound up being involved in a collision in front of him, and then he wound up flipping. And thankfully, he was okay. But you're very lucky if you're able to walk away from something like that unscathed, especially because even in karts, your whole entire body is exposed, not just your helmet, like it is in Formula racing.
This is pretty much Formula 1, but a lot much more smaller and a lot much more less of
a lot less power, a lot less. The tires are smaller. It's like mini F1. It's like,
yeah, that's what it is.
It's like, you know, if in baseball, you take your kids to t-ball to get started. In racing, you take them to karting. But karting is just so awesome and is so much more affordable than most forms of motor racing. It's become a very popular form of sport in North America and Europe.
Number 672 in the lead, 2 to go.
You got that right.
2 laps to go. John Bonanno still in the lead over Chris McKinley. Virgil Gross are going to get the Mini Rock final get going here. We have some lap traffic here in the battle for P4. And Heinz Keller going to do anything he can to get around John Sansku as he tries to chase Jeff Clyde for that 4th position. But it looks like he's not going to quite have enough time. Lap traffic definitely been an issue in this Tag Masters final today. But John Bonanno running really strong and going to only a few laps away for taking the win in Tag Masters.
One thing's for sure, that these guys are masters behind the wheel of a go-kart.
As for sure, F Series bringing the best drivers from all over the Northeast, competing here today at New Jersey Motorsports Park.
Can they hear me out there?
White flag.
White flag this time by 1 more lot to go. John Bonanno in the lead and has a nice 2.6 second lead over Chris McKinley.
That's insane.
Really, yeah. But just like I said, one of the most consistent, quickest drivers in karting, and that's what experience will do for you. There's never less room to improve. There's always more room to improve, no matter how good you get in motorsport. But the battle.
You notice that these in the first turn, these karts are slipping and sliding.
This first turn, like I said, is very off camber, so even when you're turning into it, as the banking comes up a little bit, it makes you kind of have to fan out
And
just a little bit.
You also gotta time your where you hit the apex.
Definitely, and especially for turn, because turn number 1 is kind of like a mid-early apex. It's not quite late, it's not quite too early, but looks like a mid-early apex is the primal and the most optimal way to get around the circuit.
And the checkered flag is out, and John Bonanno will win in the Tag Masters final and will win for the day in the Tag Masters class. What a race.
What a drive.
It's Virgil Gross in P3, number 97, and P2, Chris McGinley, number 671. And the 672 is John Bonanno will win
And number 97.
the Tag Masters final. And we're going to go into the mini rocks coming up next. So stay tuned and check out the stream on YouTube or after the race for today's action from New Jersey Motorsports Park. We still have, after mini rock, we got Tag Junior, Tag Senior, then we have the cadet final followed and ended with the shifter final.
I am ready.
Again,
for
if you
mini
have
rock.
any transponders, please bring them back before you leave today.
They're getting ready to go.
Getting ready to go in the mini rock final. Coming to the green, Marco holding them back. Thomas Crispin trying to defend Cole Wilson. They've been battling all day. Green. Thomas Crispin into the lead into turn number 1. Is he going to be able to hold it? Cole Wilson looking to the outside, but he's going to get boxed down and get back down to P number 3. Thomas Crispin in the lead.
And now
followed by Theong Shi and Cole Wilson as Ahito Lee. Single file so far. But Cole Wilson got knocked down to P3, so he's going to try to make his way back up to the front.
Single car train racing for now, but that's going to change in an instant. As you see, we got a couple of carts making, well, they were making passes, but now they're back in line.
But one thing that's for sure, there are 2 main passing zones, as I've been saying every time I come to New Jersey Motorsports Park. Coming into turn number 3 and coming out of turn number 5 seem to be the final passing zones here, or if you can get under somebody in the turn number 1, but it's definitely been a trouble zone today for sure.
In July?
Thomas Crispin in the lead, but Cole Wilson was able to get back into P2 and is currently setting the pace for the field by about 4/10. He's going to try to get back at Thomas Crispin here. As Thomas Crispin trying to seal the deal and win his second race in a row for Full Tilt Racing. But Cole Wilson not going to let him have it at all, as he's already closing in onto his rear bumper after getting shuffled back to P3 in the beginning.
Whoa.
Really close quarters there for P number 4, but Cole Wilson now in the sights of Thomas Crispin. 13 laps to go. Track announcement. If you are in Tag Junior, please make sure you are on the grid and ready to go. Tag Junior, please make sure you're on the grid ready to go for your final for today. Thank you.
Hello?
And Cole Wilson starting to get even closer to Thomas Crispin here. Well, he's going to have to try to... Looks like in this class, the place to make the move is going to be turn 5, going onto the back straightaway.
Then I could give him credit for the next one.
As you can see, even on the straightaway, he's able to get a very, very slight toe. And now they're coming onto the front straightaway, trying to get onto the bumps. Cole Wilson's getting awful close. Going to try to make his move. This is going to be for all the marbles in the cadet class today. They're getting very, very close, but it's going to have to be much closer than that if he's going to want to make a move. The battle for the lead heating up here in the mini rock class. And the 60 card is all over the rear of the 115 for the final position in the top 5. So 2 different distinct battles going on.
Yeah, I've been noticing that 60 car getting all over the back of 115. God, I can't speak today.
Yeah, but it's in this sport we have in this sport we have hundreds racing, just like dirt racing. But
Thomas Crispin,
there's so much going on.
So much going on. That's racing. There is nothing more action packed. But Thomas Crispin staying very consistent as John Bonanno did in the last session and trying to hold on.
And the 60 car finally made the pass.
Number 60 finally makes the pass on Ethan Hunter. And this is the battle of Ethan for P5. So, who will be the best Ethan? Getting awful close at the front. Cole Wilson getting ever so close to Thomas Crispin. Will he be able to make something happen?
Halfway number 55.
These two, Cole Wilson and Thomas Crispin, have been very, very, very close rivals for the last few years here.
Last few years?
Last year.
Oh, I was about to say. They're the cross flags. We're halfway home.
You're halfway home to the finish. And they're side by side into turn number 1. Cole Wilson trying to look to the inside, not going to quite be able to make it stick. It is getting really, really dicey up front, and the guy in the back is going to be getting blue flags very, very soon. But wow, they got side by side that lap. Oh, and the leader's starting to hit left traffic, and they have to split them. That was unbelievable stuff. And then we're going onto the front straightaway. Thomas Crispin leading over Cole Wilson. They're both able to get around the lap traffic, but Thomas Crispin was able to take advantage of that. If Cole Wilson's going to want to have another shot at him, he's going to have to close in the gap.
These back markers can be your friends, and other times they can be your enemies.
Most of the time they're your enemies if they don't get the hell out of the way, my man.
Oh, you got that right. You got that right, especially considering my go-karting experience. Not in the F-Series, but outside the F-Series.
In the Touring Kart Championship. Touring Kart Championship, the feeder series to the F-Series. bringing drivers up, getting them into their own karts. But Thomas Crispin was able to take advantage of that lap traffic there, as most of the field is pretty spread out, but the battle for the lead still going very strong.
Cole Wilson starting to get awful close to Thomas Crispin. Will he be able to make something happen this time? Going onto the front straightaway, only 5 laps to go. He's getting awful close, and he's back in his sights.
Round 2.
Round 2 of the battle here in the Mini Rock final, and he's going to be looking to the inside on turn 3.
Can't get
Not going to happen. Going to close the door. The battle getting awful tough here in this Mini Rock final, and there will be more of these two in the cadet final, so stay tuned. Cole Wilson starting to get awful dicey again. They're going to be very close on the front straightaway, but Cole Wilson's going to time this pass and make sure he does it.
He is on the back of that car.
All over the rear bumper of Thomas Crispin. Now they're going into turn number 3. Will he be able to make a move onto the inside and dive in? Not quite yet. This battle for the lead getting awful close here.
His best bet will be in the first turn. That would be his best bet if he can time it right. You just gotta be patient with it though. But in this late in the race,
passes and be patient, but they're coming onto the front straightaway again. Will he be able to get in this time? He's got the run. He's got the run. He's got the pace. He's going to be looking to the inside. Not quite yet. It is getting real close. Cole Wilson trying to do anything he can to get around him. Can he make the move into turn number 3?
oh man, this is I don't know who's gonna win this race.
We really don't, but Cole Wilson's all over his rear bumper and giving him the look into turn 4 and the turn number 5. And the 98 of Fiance was able to get back around the 60, or Zahid Ali.
Two to go.
2 laps to go, and he's looking on the outside this time. Outside this time, is he going to be able to make it stick? But he's going to have to run side by side, going into turn number 3 for the lead. Cole Wilson versus Thomas Crispin.
He did it. He made it.
And he makes it happen. Cole Wilson,
Your new leader here at NJMP. Only a lap and a half remaining for Thomas Crispin to try to make another move. And they're going to be side by side again.
Cole Wilson is able to retake the lead. Cole Wilson versus Thomas Crispin in a battle to the end here at NJMP.
White flag is out. There
White flag this time by. Can Thomas Crispin make a move into turn number 1? He's looking, and he shuts the door. Cole Wilson's in the lead. 1 more lap to go.
Good news, he didn't lose traction. Bad news, he still needs to pass him. And he doesn't have that much time left.
Cole Wilson is really trying to maintain. Thomas Crispin trying to go for the undercut. And they're side by side on the final lap. Side by side.
Wait. Nah, can't get it done.
And Cole Wilson's able to get the run out of the corner. What a race. 2 lead changes on the final lap.
2 lead changes on the final lap. Coming into the final chicane. They're going to be side by side to the line. And Cole Wilson will win the Mini Rock final. Wow, what a race. These two battled it out to the end. Unbelievable.
What a finish.
What a finish. That was your Mini Rock final. Cole Wilson is your winner, followed by the number 55 of Thomas Crispin of Full Tilt, number 53 of Fiance, number 333 is Zahid Ali in P number 4, and Ethan Trendler in P number 5. Stay tuned. Tag Juniors coming up next. The action is still roaring here at NJMP. getting ready to go here in Tag Junior. Tag Junior getting ready to go here for their final. They had an unbelievable pre-final, and they're going to wrap it up here. We got Ryan Stanton in the number 6, number 8, Valentin Raktaviscus in the number 8, number 13, and Tim Benningfield, number 27 to Jack Huey, number 33, the winner of the first one, Max Taylor, followed by number 44, Liam Kerper, number 64, Tom Engblom, number 73, Daniel Binder, number 77, Zane Zaidi, number 94, Joseph Elias, and number 479 of Lars Wilson. Rounds out your field for Tag Junior.
Tag Junior getting ready to go here. Double file, ready to get started. We are now onto our final 4 finals of the day. And Marco holding them, getting ready to come to the green.
Here
we go. Green.
Go, go, go.
And a good start from the outside from the Comp Car, and the Comp Car will take the lead. Again, Comp Car versus Full Tilt for the lead. And wow, what a start by Valentin as he's able to take the lead.
You feel the pressure?
Yes, I do. The pressure is on for the leader. So far, so good on lap 1, no issues.
Again, you may notice the single file train, but it's going to change in an instant.
And Ryan Stanton is the one who took the lead, and he's going
You
to...
see?
Wow, and Max Taylor looking so close to the inside, and I am so surprised nothing happened there, and he's going to try to push him into turn number 3, and he's going to try to get the undercut. Wow, really great racing for the lead here.
This is insane, let me tell you.
Max Taylor all over the rear bumper of Ryan Stanton here.
Can Max Taylor make the pass?
Max Taylor can do anything he can, but he definitely has the equipment to make some...
Again!
Oh! Spins out into turn number 1. That is Max Taylor.
That had to be gut-wrenching there.
That is gut-wrenching for sure, and he was looking for the lead. Wow, he was knocking on the door.
Oh man, hey, don't feel bad, cause I went there before, and we got one car on the grass.
The car stopped on the exit of turn number 5 on the back straightaway.
You remember I said that the first corner is always stressful? Well, there you go. That's why we see the bump and run from the 33.
Really crazy stuff on the first lap here. Max Taylor bins it.
In the first few laps.
And now Daniel Binder now all the way up to P number 2.
These are 125.
Welcome back to the F Series. If you are just joining us.
If you're just joining us here from New Jersey Motorsports Park, right now Ryan Stanton is your leader
and is currently setting the pace for the field. Max Wilson was all over the back of him, and he spun into the ever so ferocious... Oh, and there's another crash! A crash into turn number 4! Oh, wow! Huge crash. That's 3 carts involved.
That is going to be a yellow flag. Unbelievable stuff. They all went into the apex at the same exact time, and they all binned it. And yellow flags all over Sector 2.
That had to be gut-wrenching for sure.
And that's going to be 2 or 3 carts out of the race.
3 and 1 hit.
Like hard?
3 and 1, yep.
Was that for first?
Nah.
I was about to be like, that would have been shit.
I would have been yelling. I would have been literally screaming.
We both were.
Yeah.
And I said it before, and I say it again. I've been there before. Outside the F Series, of course.
Yeah, in the feeder series.
Thank you, got it, number 27 DQ.
Oh.
Do not put them back out there. Do not put them back.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys, listen. Never put a person back on the track again. Pull them off. That's it. We're not playing around with these guys.
Did somebody just get DQ'd?
Yeah.
Here, check.
27.
One flag on that one.
Ryan Stanton still in the lead as 3 carts are now out of the race. As we run 7 laps to go here. But Ryan Stanton has a nice healthy lead to Daniel Binder now, run by Liam Kerper in P number 3. But the battle for P number 3 is close right now. They're side by side.
Flagger, you can do
And be able to get around and going on to the back straightaway. But
Let's just
Ryan
see.
Stanton looking
Caught
mighty
side
strong
by
going
side
into
heading
turn
into
number
turn
1.
1. We're clean.
Oh, and the battle for second and third getting really heated here.
And he's going to look to the inside of turn number 3. Going to close the door. Wow, what a race.
What a drive from these guys, I'm telling you.
Oh, and he gets the undercut.
The power of undercut. It never gets old.
That's for sure. Alright, come on. So that's one.
Now, you notice in cart, driver of cart 479, how he leaned his head going through the main straight.
Yeah, and the drivers do that on the straightaway in order to get some extra aero push and to be able to get some extra air over them so that they have less drag going into
Less
turn
drag
number 1.
and more downforce, if you will. And more speed.
Now Ryan Stanton's still in the lead.
It's somewhat like DRS in a way. For those that watch Formula 1, it works like it's DRS in a way.
Could you imagine if they actually had like a little wing on their helmet so you can just like hit a button, you just like
5 laps to go.
What if they actually made that?
that'd be crazy.
5 laps remaining here in the Tag Junior final. Tag Senior coming up next. Our Tag Senior class looking really stacked today. As the first race was action-packed for sure. And we have only 5 laps remaining here. And right now the battle for third is the battle 2 blocks.
This is the semi, right?
This is the final.
This is the final?
Yeah.
But they're ahead of time now.
Yeah.
Because there's only 2 more races after this, right?
3.
3 more and we're done for the day?
Yeah, but the big race is up next. Like this is, yeah, and I'm gonna go and get footage of the shifters again.
Okay.
Tag senior and the shifters seem to be the 2 big ones.
Yeah. Yep. Your boy messed up the start in the
I know.
so hopefully.
He got knocked out. Is
Yeah.
he DQ'd?
No, he's
He
good.
just disqualified.
He just had a misfire, and I think he stalled on the
Yeah,
grid.
I know. I saw him getting pushed back in. I was out there.
Next time around, it's going to be 2
And the
to
battle
go,
for
number
third
6 in the
getting
lead.
really, really heated here.
The guy's slapping the steering wheel. You see that? He's like, go!
You're gonna see that a lot.
Yeah, people getting angry.
Here, here's that down here.
Road rage, go-kart style.
Lars Wilson looking to look to the bottom, and they're side by side on the back straightaway for P number 3. That's Lars Wilson versus Liam Kerper, trying to get the final podium spot of the day for Tag Junior. And they're going to be showing the 2 to go this time by Ryan Stanton looking oh so good. Going to try to finish it up here. Oh, and he looks to the inside and he gives him a little bit of a bump, but not going to make it stick.
He is.
Lars Wilson is all over his rear bumper, and he's going to be coming to the white flag this time by. Can Lars Wilson finally try to get onto the podium?
Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
He's a little bit. His car seems like it's got a little bit more power. Like it's not like it's just running a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because like even in the straights, he's pulling out more.
There it is.
Lars Wilson trying to pull up onto him on the final lap. White flag this time by. They're going to be.
You can see him shaking.
He's shaking. He's giving
He's
him the
shaking
bump.
and run.
He
but
gives
it's
him
not gonna
three.
work.
He threw his body to make the cart go up, move forward on us.
You noticed that too.
Everybody does that.
He gives him 3 bumps into turn number 1. He's looking on the turn number 3 again.
He doesn't have that much time left.
He only has 3 corners left to try to make something happen.
You can see him pounding the wheel in frustration.
The
Desperate for that win.
number 479 Comp Car trying to do anything he
one
can.
last chance, but
Ryan
he
Stanton
can't
will
quite
win.
Get there.
And they're side by side, and
does it.
Liam Kerper is going to get P3 in the number 44, and Lars Wilson is all. Oh, and he's still bumping him. He's still bumping him.
That
Wow.
number 40, the driver of the number car 479 is absolutely.
Marco, maybe someone needs to talk to 479.
Yeah.
479 is just
Aggressive, like way too aggressive.
wow.
Just because he couldn't pass him doesn't mean that means that
I
the guy
don't
in
know.
front of him
Just
was running
keep an
was
eye on the
smart, but
scales
he's like
with
was being
479.
defensive. That means
Yeah.
that he lost to the defense.
Oh yeah.
So like that's not he can't get mad at the guy for doing what he's supposed to do. That's immaturity.
Exactly.
There's gonna
And
be
lack of experience.
That kid.
Exactly.
If I was down at the scale, believe
And wow, we just got done the Tag Junior Final. We just saw some unbelievable stuff go on. Ryan Stanton was able to take the win, and Daniel Binder very comfortably in P2, but there was a battle for P3 there between Liam Kerper and Lars Wilson. And as you could have saw, Lars Wilson was bumping him every time into turn number 1. And as he came into turn number 3, he was up his bumper every single lap. But Liam might have had a little bit less power in the engine. It looked like Lars Wilson's kart was overall running better on the straights, but wasn't quite able to get around him. And you can see the frustration in Lars Wilson's driving before he was able to pass Liam. But Liam gets P number 3 in the Tag Junior Final. We have the Tag Senior Final coming up next. Wow, this is going to really be something here. We got 17 karts. Tag Junior was unbelievable. The Mini Rock was really 2 passes on the final lap, and Cole Wilson's able to take the win. Tag Senior is coming up next. You ready for this?
Yes and no at the same time.
Yeah, this can get really crazy for sure. There's going to be 17 karts in this class. It's going to be the biggest class of the day. So we're going to be watching, but we're just getting started here. We actually only have 3 more finals left, and then we're going to end with the shifters today. But thank you for tuning in. We're going to be having a lot more live streams in the future. This is the first of many. We're tuning in to round number 3 of the F Series here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Thank you for tuning in.
About to get our tag senior final underway. We're gonna have 17 carts going off here. All right, so next order of business, I want you.
Okay, is the track clear?
You don't need your suit because you're not gonna go on track. You're gonna stay in the pits for this one. But I'm gonna have you quickly get down there, and you are going to.
Yeah, the track's clear.
Some good video. Hurry up, run down there. Get the video to start. Go, 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 go.
Yes, I'm ready.
Just be careful because the thing on the left isn't staying on, so just be careful you don't drop it. Yeah, definitely do. Thank you, bro.
All right. All right, we're getting ready to go for tag seniors final, about to get underway here. Had all kinds of action in the first race, but really going to be something here. And they're coming to the line, getting ready to go for the tag senior final. Marco holding them back, getting ready to go. And green, green, green. No green, no green. And they're holding it off for another lap due to another mishap. They're going to get going next time. So not quite getting ready to go here.
This was the warm-up crew last time, so let's keep an eye on it. Keep staying attentive. Where's my first turn?
State championship.
He's still helping with the car pickup.
State championship. State championship. State championship.
Alright, if we can get him out there as quickly as possible.
It's offline for me right now.
It's what?
Offline. Sorry.
Is it? What the?
Yeah, race monitor.
Really?
It's probably could be me. I don't think it is though.
Getting ready to go here for the tag senior final.
Coming to the grid, ready to go. Marco holding him back, and green, green, green. The full tilt car gets a great start on the outside, going into turn number 1, and they're side by side. Number 372 getting a really good jump onto the inside and almost to the lead.
My friggin' jetpack went.
Oh, and there's a crash going to turn 3, but they're able to hold it. Just a little bit of a bump, but that'll give the leader some room to get away from the pack. Justin White in the lead. Justin White with a very, very good start, but still a way to go here in this tag senior final. Coming through turn 1. Oh, and the 15 car gets absolutely loose. It's practically drifting out of turn 1. And that'll make it 3 wide coming out of there. And several drivers are able to get around him. Justin White in the lead. Followed by
Ryan Baffa and Julia Peacock, your current podium. But we're all single file here, but still plenty of racing to go. And on the 15 to 5 touch into turn number 1, and it'll box them out, and that'll cause them to lose some momentum. Really starting to dice up in the back mid part of the pack. Really starting to dice up in the middle of the pack here as we move through this tag senior final. Rather clean start for the most part, but definitely some mishaps in the mid part of the field. But Justin White starting to make a nice gap at the front of the field, but the battle for P3 going real strong here. And he's going to try to make a move. Number 305 Kart for Full Tilt Racing holding his own. And now Giuliano Stefanato trying to make his way back onto the podium after the spin earlier. And he's all over his rear bumper. Going to try to make a move in an undercut onto the back straightaway.
Halfway, number 332 in the lead, halfway.
Giuliano Stefanato taking a look, but not able to quite get there. As you see the battle for P5 hitting up in the 51, getting on the inside, going to try to make a move. He's looking, not going to make it stick. A lot of guys box you out after the exit of the corner to try to defend their position. One of the many strategies of defense used in karting. Number 353. Brian Raffer starting to make some ground on Justin White, but will he be able to catch him before the end of this tag junior final? Ethan Ornig has made his way up to position number 8 as he tries to make his way up into the top 5. But the mid-pack seems to be the battle here. Now Justin White's commanding lead has shrunken very, very much. Ryan Rafa starting to make up some ground there. Hello.
We need our diamond transponder, please.
Two distinct battles here, one for the lead and one for the podium positions.
Go to the office. People are dropping off their transponders.
Stefanato in his mirrors. But Ryan Rafa has really started to gain ground on Justin White. Oh, and there's now a slow cart. There's a slow cart on the exit of turn number 1. And he is just going to have to sit there and let it be for now. Julian Stefanato getting awful close, but Ryan Rafa starting to look on the inside of turn number 3 for the lead, and they're side by side, and Justin White cuts him off. Tag senior finish going to be a real one here. As Justin White's lead has now diminished to practically nothing, and Juliana Stefanato looking all over the rear bumper of Julian Peacock, and Ryan Rafa looking to do anything he can to get around him. And as you can see them both going to turn number 1 there, they're both the cars battling for the lead, and the cars preceding are battling for the podium. So two really, really big battles going on here on the racetrack, where Ryan Rafa is now all over his rear bumper. Now they're going to be side by side on the back straightaway for the lead. Ryan Rafa, Justin White going at it for the win. And Ryan Rafa is able to get around him on the outside on the back part of the racetrack. And Ryan Rafa will win and get him on the final lap. Wow, what a finish. Ryan Rafa is able to get around him. Ryan Rafa is able to get around Justin White on the final lap and win the Tag Senior Final. Wow, what a race. The cadet final coming up next, followed by the shifters. What a final. Ryan Rafa is able to get around Justin White at the very last second and win in an unbelievable fashion. Really impressive stuff. Ryan Rafa started to close the gap throughout the race, and then by the end of the race was able to make a move going on into coming out of turn number 5 and get him on the back straightaway and win. That is the second time today where somebody's made a pass for the lead on the final lap. Unbelievable stuff. Stay tuned. We got the Tag Cadet final coming up next, and the shifter final wrap up today. We're going to do our podium ceremonies. We're going to wrap it up from there. Thank you for tuning in at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Really exciting karting coming to you live on YouTube.
55, 12.
Last call for Tag Cadet and shifters. Last call for Tag Cadet and shifters. And if you have transponders, please return them after your final, please. If you have transponders, please return them after your final. Thank you.
We are back in the tag cadet final, and as you can see, Thomas Chrisman and Cole Wilson going at it again for the lead, as this is our last final of the day for the cadets, and we're going to have the shifters, and we're going to wrap it up from there. But Thomas Chrisman got beat out by Cole Wilson in the mini rock, so going to try to do his best to try to get back at him, as these two have been very fierce rivals for the last few seasons. Unbelievable racing. Thomas Chrisman getting behind him onto the front straightaway is going to look very close. They're going to be really pretty close, but it looks like Cole Wilson overall has better straight line speed, so if Thomas Chrisman's going to get him anywhere, it's going to be going into the turns. And as we go into turn number 3 here, he's going to try to give it a look to the inside. Not quite. Again, thank you for tuning in today at New Jersey Motorsports Park. This is the first live stream of many for us at the F-Series and the feeder series, the Touring Kart Championship. The schedule for the Touring Kart Championship will be out very, very soon. Stay tuned for that. But meanwhile, we have a really fierce battle in the cadet class. Thomas Chrisman looking like he just doesn't quite have the straight line speed that Cole Wilson does have. As you can see, has a nice little 8/10 to a 1.5 second lead.
Cole Wilson currently in the lead over Thomas Chrisman. Look, Thomas Chrisman is now all over his rear bumper going onto the front straightaway. Thomas Chrisman is able to gain a lot of ground in the last few sectors. And they're going to be almost side by side going to turn number 1. Is Thomas Chrisman going to dive it up the inside? He's going to give it a look, but not quite. These two have been battling it out all day. And as you can see, the 333 almost diving into the inside of the 24. Wow. And Thomas Chrisman going to try it again. Cole Wilson was the one trying to get around Thomas Chrisman. Now it's the other way around. Thomas Chrisman going to go for the undercut. They're going to be side by side on the front straightaway. Cole Wilson's a little bit in the lead. Not quite, but Thomas Chrisman is all over the rear bumper of Cole Wilson. Going to try to see if he can make a move into turn number 3. Not quite yet. If there's anywhere you can get an undercut, it's going to be in here. And then the turn number 5, Thomas Chrisman really not trying to let Cole Wilson get away with this one. They're awful close going into chicane. Can Thomas Chrisman set up an undercut onto the front straightaway? They're going to be side by side for the lead on the front straightaway. Not going to quite dive it inside yet, but Thomas Chrisman is ever so close.
Race at that.
Oh, and side by side, and the 24 is going to shut the door on the 333. Wow, 2 distinct battles going on in this tag cadet final. And it's the last call for shifters. Shifters are going to be racing in the final of the day here coming up next. Then we'll have our podium ceremonies. But Thomas Chrisman all over the rear bumper of Cole Wilson. Going to try to see if he can set up the chicane again. And he's going to give it a look, but not going to quite go side by side. As you can see, I'm going to turn 1, Thomas Chrisman. These two have been going at it all day. Let me tell you, as a racing fan, this is really something to watch.
Yeah, right? That's not even bad.
2000 is nothing. I was just talking about down there. I'm saying for like a shifter car.
Yeah.
Down there, their engine is almost $3,000.
Wow.
And then one of the guys out there has one that's like $8,000. It's like a blueprint and tuned engine. It's the guy that's apparently going to be.
Thomas Chrisman getting really, really close every single lap, but he's going to time his pass to make sure he does not make that mistake. As Thomas Chrisman still in the lead over Cole Wilson. Going to see if one will take one class, one will take the other, or the other will sweep. So these two have been really fighting hard all day long.
Halfway home.
Halfway home here, and Cole Wilson still in the lead. But as you can see, Thomas Crispin is really getting close. Can he try to make a move going into turn number 3? Gonna try to go for the undercut. These guys are really, really racing hard. Thomas Crispin starting to get really close. Can he make a move going to the final parts of the track? Here we go. He's tried every lap so far. Still single file. Is he going to go for the dive into turn number 1? Not quite yet. Thomas Crispin's getting really, really, really dicey. These two kids are really, really impressing me right now. And at 333, going to look to the inside of the 24, and the 24 going to cut him right off. Really, really excellent racing all day here in the F-Series State Championship. But Thomas Crispin really starting to get on the rear bumper of Cole Wilson. They're going to be side by side, not quite. So hard to get around Cole. And we can also see here the battle for P number 3 heating up. And the 333 looking to the inside again, the 24. And the 24 seems to have an alternative line. He's able to get out of turn number 1 quicker on the exit.
He has that traction.
He has that traction on the exit and is able to hold the outside.
Cole Wilson still in the lead. Thomas Crispin getting ever so close. Can Thomas Crispin stop Cole Wilson today?
Time will tell.
Getting really, really dicey. Starting to look underneath. They're side by side going onto the back straightaway. And Thomas Crispin gets around him. Thomas Crispin is able to get around him coming into turn number 5. But Cole Wilson's going to have something to say about that. What a great overtake. Now Cole Wilson's had straight line speed all day. What can he do to utilize that to try to get around Thomas Crispin?
The question is, can he get back to him?
Well, we will see. As we have 3 laps to go, we're going to have 2 laps to go next time by.
Next time around is 2 to go, number 55 in the lead. Yes?
As we going to get the white flag this time by. This is the final time Cole Wilson going to try to utilize his straight line speed to try to get around Thomas Crispin. Is he going to be able to do it? Going to turn number 1 for the final time. They're side by side. Cole Wilson to the outside. And Cole Wilson goes to the outside. Cole Wilson takes the lead on the final lap.
Insane racing, let me tell you.
Really, really close, but this is not over yet. We still have 2 sectors remaining.
He has one last chance.
One last chance, and Thomas Crispin takes a look. He's not able to quite get there, but they're side by side on the back straightaway for the final time. Or they're gonna get, and he gets him, and he gets him, and he holds him off. And Thomas Crispin, in unbelievable fashion, is going to win the Tag Cadet final on the final lap. Thomas Crispin, what a drive for Full Tilt Racing.
That was
Thomas Crispin able to take back the lead after getting past 3 laps to go, and catches him on the chicane, takes his line on the inside, and then forces him to give him the line, and Thomas Crispin is your winner. And we are about to go into our shifter final to wrap this up.
Are you ready for top 3? Number 55.
Anthony Cachone's gets the podium. Cole Wilson P2, and Thomas Crispin wins. Cole Wilson will take home the cadet win. Will take home the mini rock win today, but Crispin is able to get him on the last lap. Them two have been putting on a show all day. That is unbelievable racing, folks. Stay tuned for the shifter final, and then we'll be wrapping up into our podium ceremonies. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any transponders, please bring them up to the registration desk. Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna try to get video of this grid. So your turn now. All you gotta do is just transition when the carts go into turn 1, and then you just talk into that mic and you announce. And then you use Michelle's computer to see what the guy's name is.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring the track mic, and let's see if I can do this.
Well, this is it. The final race of today for the F Series. It is going to be a wild one, so get ready. They're lining up at the start. As we wait for the start, the green flag is up and they're off. That first corner is going to be a little bit dodgy as we are clean. Yes. So far, so good. We got a little sideways there coming off of that corner as they go down the back stretch. A single file, separate single file trains, but that will change in an instant. As I said, with 3 abreast back there, and the leaders come to the line. Number 407 leads the opening lap. It's pulling away, number 407. As we got a pass right here, 522 hits the grass a little bit, makes a pass and advances his position. At this moment, at this rate, number 407 is on a class of his own. As we've got, again, single file train, but that'll change in an instant. As I said, we got somebody back there bumping and banging, going down the back stretch. We got one car off. One car has spun. And gets back going again. No harm, no foul.
Blue flag on this one.
Whoa.
Please tell me that the timing and scoring still works.
Yes, why?
But it ran over this wire again.
Oh, shit. Alright, let me see when the next one goes by. Yep, it went.
How many more laps?
10.
Yeah, blue flag 90, blue flag 90.
And next time around is halfway, number 407.
Blue flag Boston, coming at you now. Blue flag.
We got a scrap for position right here. And everybody gets away clean. Ooh, we got a scrap right here. But everybody gets away clean.
Stuck this wheel. I don't know if that's going to become an issue or
disastrous right there in turn 1.
Next time around is 2 to go, number 407 in the lead.
That could have been a catastrophe.
Blue flag, 90, blue flag.
But thankfully, no harm done. Here we go again. Scrapping into turn 1. But it's a train, so we're good.
Boston, blue flag, coming at you.
There it is. White flag's out.
Hey guys, so the number 12, it looks like his bumper's sagging, but there's no need to black flag him. So, he's only got 1 lap left, just let him finish.
The checkers are out. Number 407 takes the checkered flag and wins.
Michelle, I'm here to give you my money.
Oh, Christian just texted me.
Yeah, he thought you know I was coming out.
Yeah, he just didn't work. I didn't know if you were
And
coming up
that'll
to
do it
protest
for
or what.
Can I do
the
that?
F Series
Okay.
for today.
No, I kind of saw you go walk up to whatever.
White.
Great
So you're
racing.
paying for what I showed you,
Great
right?
driving by
Yeah.
these guys.
Yeah, for 1 entry for out there.
Whew. Looking forward to see what the rest of the season unfold. How the rest of the season will unfold
You guys
for the
yeah,
F
You
Series.
guys don't use the push-in bumpers, right?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about
Again,
people. I just take
for those that are watching and tuning in,
They're like, I
thanks
just
for
take people's
joining
money
in.
and I sit up
Apologize
here
for me
and make
being
sure
a little
that the
bit,
transponders work.
well, actually not a little bit.
I
I apologize for being
Yeah,
um,
that's awesome.
quiet with this one because long day. That's all I can say. Long day. It's a lot going on in my brain and a lot going on the track.
Are you live right now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right, so you're all set up for Pittsburgh.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much.
And
Oh, and I asked Christian for transponders. I just pay when I get there.
you can. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And
perfect.
did you bring yours back that you used to
Yes, I
get?
did.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got them.
All right.
Thanks, Michelle. You have a good one. I'll see you in a
Thanks.
couple weeks.
You too. Are you ready for top 3?
So with that being said,
407.
great day, great racing.
12.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our first stream of the F Series live at New Jersey Motorsports Park. There's a lot of great racing coming up this year. Stay tuned for this entire F Series season. You can find the schedule on thestatechampionship.com. That's thestatechampionship.com. And also the feeder series to this series is my series, the Touring Kart Championship. You can actually see right here, he is wearing our shirt. So, you know, if you are somebody that loves this and you want to get into racing, but you might not have quite have the money, please join us. We will be having a 10-week summer championship going to tracks all across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Connecticut, and New York. It's going to be a really, really fantastic season. We have a lot of great stuff planned. We're going to be working with my good friend Sam, my good friend Calvin, my good friend Alec to bring you live streaming. We've all done a bunch of work to get this going, but we love racing and we want to keep karting going and make it strong in the area. So stay tuned. You've been watching the F Series live from New Jersey Motorsports Park. I'll see you next time.